Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Let's turn on the cameras. Let's get everybody going here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and happy Friday Eve. Happy Friday Eve, everybody. Boy, we got a lot of people here too. We're getting ready for a good time. All right, let's start off with first things first, folks. Please, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to switch over to 1080p. You go to the gearbox on the lower right and you switch it here from auto to 1080. If you're wired directly, if you're not wireless, it's okay to leave it on auto, assuming you have fast internet. But if you're wireless, if you're on the phone, if you're running around with an iPad or whatnot, or laptop, force 1080p. Force 1080p because we're going to be looking at a lot of graphs and you'll be able to see what we look at much better. And then while you're there, if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up. From what I understand, it helps us with YouTube. Okay. That's all I'm going to say there. Now let's say hello to everybody and then we'll get started. It's Thursday. I can't believe this week is just flying by. Here are some pics from last night. This is, We had a little party yesterday. It was my son's birthday. He was 23 years old. Why can't I move these pictures for some reason? Huh, that's weird. Very strange. I can't seem to move this image, which is really weird. Everything else moves, but this thing doesn't move. Huh. Sorry about that. Well, I'll post it later. I had a couple of pictures I wanted to show you, but for some reason this thing doesn't want to move. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We're here. We're seeing this. I'll just show them to you some other time. I'll post them later in the channel. All right. So let's all this stuff here. Let's move that. Let's get here. Sorry about that. I got a lot of this unorganized stuff going on here. Move that here. Move that there. Now let me say hello to everybody, and we'll be starting. Okay. All right. Let's start off with. We got John, we got Brian, we got Eagle Beagle. Yay, I love Eagle Beagle. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. How's mom doing? Delroy, Sassy Trainer, Kevin, Moondog, Dave, Ivano, Debbie, good morning, good morning, good morning. James, Jill, good morning, Jill, Matt, Jeff. Jeff, you sent me an email a few days ago about the US dollar. I'm actually going to give you a better answer today that may be more helpful to you, okay? I didn't forget about it. It was a great question. I'll talk a little bit more about the US dollar today, okay? Sean is in the house. Talk to me. I'm talking to you. Dollar Bill, Kirk, Richard, Blair, Robert, Jody Jr. is in the house. C. Fazio, Brian, Omar. Hey, Omar. Good to see you. It must be like afternoon in France right now. John, Illinois grain farmer, Gregory, Terrence, Wade, David, Devin, JB, Eduardo, Robert, Pat, Ira, Dave, K. Lopez, Wayne, Dave, Peanuts is in the house, Charlene, David, Sherman, Vertuvian. Hey, Vertuvian. What did you get up to yesterday? 300K or something like that? Some insane amount? Post it here if you don't mind. Genevieve, George, Duzzy, Gregory, Henry, Sergey, Ray, Thomas, Anukumar, Kathy, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Tom, Jason, Jeremiah, Ralph, Naples fan. Angie. Hey, Angie. Good to see you. Warren, Pete, Sharita, Manuel, Chad, Lloyd, Just Jen, Richard. Good morning, Richard. Boy, we got a lot of folks today. We got a lot of folks. Mike, we got Ron, we got William. Hey, William, good to see you here. We got Bill at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Perfect time to start trading, actually. When I was in Germany, I didn't realize how nice it was. The market would open up right in the late afternoon when everybody was done. You made $430,000 yesterday. Can you imagine that? Look at Vertuvian, guys. 430K. That's crazy. How big is your account, if you don't mind me asking? Or how big was your account when you first started? Anyhow, HG, good morning. Ron, good morning. Art, good morning. Martin, good morning. Yeah, we got a lot of people. Bob, good morning to you too. So let's talk a lot about the market. We have a lot to talk about. The first thing I give you guys is my small caps. As you guys, I know you guys have been liking me doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. It only takes me a minute. The first stock is CIO, and this stock has to trade above 710. So it's got to trade above right here, right here. All right, right there. I'll either put an alert for myself, okay? All right. And this one here, Sond, this baby has to trade all the way above 370, which is right here, right there, right above that level. I probably won't do it, but yeah, you never know. It's a small cap. Those are the two that I'm looking at right now. Those are the two best that I was able to find. Congrats, Vertuvian. Congrats. 3.5 million. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's a good size account. Good for you, man. Good for you. Congrats. 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 That's all I'm going to tell you. Congrats. Doing a great job. Doing a great. Oh, here's the pictures. So that's me lighting the birthday cake. He was 23 years old yesterday. And here's Penny and Sammy. Those are my two oldest dogs. I brought these from Los Angeles. They're like 11 and 10 years old. They're a bonded pair. They're all over each other. So that's me lighting the candles yesterday. And that's Sammy and Penny. And I already showed you pictures of Junior. I posted it here in the other day. He's 23. He's going to go to Australia in January to study vet medicine. All right. Yeah, congrats, Vertuvian. Congrats. Really, congratulations. So happy for you. Okay, now let's talk about the broad market and let's talk about what's going on right now. Okay. No, no, it's a Shih Tzu poodle mixed, and it's a poodle with I forgot the other one. They're both poodle mixes. One is a Shih Tzu poodle mix. When we bought her, we thought she was a Yorkie poodle mix. She ended up being a Shih Tzu poodle mix. And the other one, Sammy, is a poodle with I keep forgetting the little white dog. I forgot their names. Those little cute white dogs. They're so cute. We'll talk about gold in a few minutes. We'll talk about gold in a few minutes. Joyful Trader, congratulations. What happened to Joyful Trader? I must have missed it. Watching my first day. Oh, my first day is Diamond. Congrats. Congrats, man. Congrats. Why do I get the feeling next year's vacation will be Australia? No, I'm not going to Australia. Too far away. I'm going to Munich. My next vacation is going to be Munich, 4th of July. No, not Bijan, not a Scotty. A Maltese. Maltese. It's a combo between a poodle and a Maltese. Poodle and a Maltese and a poodle and a Shih Tzu. They're little, yeah, they're little dogs. They're about 10 pounds each. Yeah, Maltese and poodle. Sammy's a Maltese and poodle. All right, and I love my dogs. Okay, so that's that. Let's now get into analysis. Now, I got a treat for you guys today. I have a treat. Yes, a treat. Ask me what I'm going to be doing in the VIP room today. Here's the link, and here's my agenda for the VIP room. Let me give that to you. I have a very serious agenda today. I think you guys are going to really like this agenda, and then we'll get into the analysis. We're going to talk about when is the best time to initiate income strategies versus directional strategies. What's the best parameters for income strategies? Why not all support and resistance is equal? Why implied volatility can make the biggest difference in your risk to reward, much more than you can imagine. Why liquidity plays a major role in income strategies versus directional strategies. And then if you behave yourselves, I may even find some credit spreads and iron condor to send you on your way with. What do you guys think about that? Does that sound reasonable to you? Does that sound like a reasonable thing to do today? And after that, here's the link for VIP room. I mean, for customer service live, excuse me. Get that for you. All right. Here we go. Does that sound reasonable to you? All right. And there's customer service live. Make sure to join Cam and Gustavo show, okay? And if you behave yourselves, Jax the Dobie will be there as well. Okay, let's begin, okay? That's the agenda. Does anybody have a problem with my agenda? Speak now or hold your peace. It's going to be an all brand new session. Sherman says yes. Omar says yes. Eduardo is good. Kevin's good. All right. Folks are good with it. All right. So let's start. Yes, a lot of people here today. Perfect. So, folks, we have divergence today. We have major divergence today. We have divergence. By the way, that tech sell off only lasted about a day, which was really, really great. Excellent, Laura. Excellent. Looking forward to seeing you there at noon. And again, here is the link for that. It will be recorded and it'll be put into the weekly cash flow members area. Okay. I have no idea what time. Oh, Jax, I don't know about that. All right, perfect, perfect. Everybody's happy. Good. When we have divergence, what happens when we have divergence? The markets can get very, very choppy, especially when you have the Dow down beyond random. This is beyond random, and the Nasdaq's beyond random. Folks, we're going to have some volatility today, and we're going to have some movement. I don't know what's going to happen today, so we're going to tread very, very lightly. Um, we're still holding that stock Palantir in the pit. I explained to you, I'll talk a little bit more. The reason I brought it up is because it was a losing trade that turned back into a winning trade. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I gave you a SPY trade yesterday. I know people weren't expecting a SPY trade, but I actually gave you a SPY trade yesterday because I started to see money coming into the large caps very aggressively. So I did that in the pit, and we also had two or three e-mini trades in the trading zone live that made money. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I got to be honest with you. We're on a roll this week. I think most folks have been pretty happy with the results this week. But again, we have divergence. So we have to be very, very careful here because when you have divergence, remember, you have institutions that are buying baskets of stocks and they're not buying all tech or all blue chips. So let's say they buy Dow stocks, okay? Dow. Well, Nvidia's in Dow. Is that going to cause Nasdaq? See how it causes this because you have half of the sectors pointing down and half of the sectors pointing up. Okay, really, really, really important. So that divergence can cause the market to just kind of do this. What usually happens is this: as the day progresses, one of the sides gives up. Yes, one of the sides gives up, which means we the strong morning that you may be seeing in tech may end up being a shit show, or the blue chip breakdown that you're seeing in the morning. This may end up going up. The problem is we have very, very bad. It's almost impossible to tell which way we're going to go. I could usually tell after the opening, about an hour or two after the opening, but it's virtually impossible to be able to tell during earnings season, before a jobless report, before home sales, and when two mega caps comes out, which one is going to pull which one higher. I will tell you this: you're going to have to use wider stops. Kevin, I'm full of surprises. There you go, Peanuts. I wouldn't be doing that, Peanuts. That's a gamble. That's a gamble. You don't want to buy when it's down. You want to buy when it's up. Okay. Now you may have chop chop, as John Short just said, but you may have chop chop with a lot of volatility. So there's a big difference between chop chop that doesn't go anywhere and chop chop that goes somewhere. We call that the perfect situation for income trades. The chop chop, the big chop chop that doesn't go anywhere. See what John just said? John Short, chop chop. There's two kinds of chop chop. There's this kind of chop chop and there's this kind of chop chop. When you have this kind of chop chop, that's a wet dream for income strategies. We'll be talking about that today in the VIP room. Here is the link for that. Okay. Here's the link for that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got jobless claims. Okay. So before we go any further, what are the catalysts for today? Good morning, Lydia. Welcome. What are the catalysts for today? Does anybody know? All right. John Short comes out hot and heavy. New home sales, jobless claims, Google now is not a catalyst. Hun, UNP, those are not big enough when you have FANG earnings. You were off to a good start. How about earnings, trade deal, PMI data? PMI data is not that big, but okay. Tariffs, BX. Did they come out? Did those stocks come out? Did those industrial stocks come out already? Honeywell, BX, UNP, those are all industrial stocks. So if they came out, I just have industrial. because of CSX. I just have industrial. No, you don't want to miss VIP room today. So let's see. Industrial, Fed data, Tesla, Google, consumer trade deals. Yes. CMA, CMG, Chipotle. Yes. Chipotle. Yes. I said it right. Okay. Let me give you my catalysts. Okay. And I have them right here written down, right here in a nice clean order. Jobless claims, home sales, mega caps, Google and Tesla, restaurant stocks, Chipotle, airline stocks. Didn't we have an airline stock come out with earnings? Didn't last night LUV come out with earnings? Isn't that an airline stocks? Market didn't have time to trade since it came out. Okay. How about casino stocks? Aren't they together? Doesn't one influence the other? Tremendously. And yes, industrial stocks. I have all that. If you have more than one stock like Han, UNP, CSX, just put it together. That's industrial, along with CSX. Now is not okay. Now, Ivano, you put now in there. Now is not a major catalyst. Look, now does not have major market cap. So you guys got most of them, but you missed some of them. You missed casinos and you missed airline stocks. You missed casinos and you missed airline stocks. Yeah. LUV, AAL, whatnot. Yeah. Airline stocks move together. Oh, yeah, they do. Yes, they do. You know why? Because what separates one airline from another? Demand. What separates Chipotle from Cracker Barrel? Same thing. See, they're together. There's a limited things. There's a limited amount of things a restaurant can do. So if one restaurant sees a sell-off, another one, if one airline sees a sell-off, usually if you have a slowdown in airlines, it's because airlines are slowing down, not because of one company. Commoditized. Ask yourself, is this stock commoditized? Is it related to other companies that are doing exactly the same thing that are huge? Now is not. It's just a tech stock. But airlines, casinos, they're all in the same boat. Leisure. Okay. All right. LUV, that's all I know. I know that LUV came out after the market closed. Okay. Very, very important. So the the tailwind you want to call from Japan, Richard, and China, that's just trade talks. Trade talks, definitely. I didn't see. When does T-Mobile come out with earnings? When does T-Mobile come out with earnings? When does T-Mobile come out with earnings? Does anybody know? This thing doesn't want to work for me. When does T-Mobile's come out with earnings? T-Mobile earnings. When is that? Is that today? Did it already come out? T-Mobile? What's the ticker for T-Mobile? I don't remember. T-Mus. Yeah, this can impact telecommunication stocks. He's right. Uh, who was it? Was it yesterday? Yeah, last night after the close. That's fine. After the close. Look, he's right. Ivano, you're right. I'm wrong and you're right. You got me. So Ivano, was it Naples fan? Well, Naples fan and Ivano might have found one that yeah, last night. There you go. T-Mobile. That's going to impact communication because T-Mobile, Verizon, they are in the same boat, just like chip stocks are. Very good. Very good job. Very good job. Okay. Good job. See, this is why you guys are here. You help me just as much as I help you. We got and then we got Fed data. We got jobless claims and new home sales. I don't think PMI is going to be a big thing, but it's worth having on our catalyst watch. Okay. Thank you, Richard, for that. Yeah, yesterday in the afternoon, it's part of it. He's right. It's you guys are 100% right. Yeah, if you think Verizon and all those other companies are not going to be impacted by it, you're grossly mistaken. Okay. US dollar, what's the US dollar doing? The US dollar is not helping us. Now, Jeff Rake sent me an email about a week ago, or maybe less. I'm not good with time. I'm the last guy you want to take to the police station and ask when did the crime occur. I'll be like, was it last Wednesday? Was it last Thursday? Was it yesterday? I don't know. Time, I'm in the now, right? Time just gets away from me. So Jeff asked me what is the major impact from the U.S. dollar, and I started explaining to him that it has, if the U.S. dollar is weaker, then you can buy less stuff. It will impact some stocks. It will not impact some stocks. I kind of explained it to him. But Jeff, one of the things that I didn't tell you, which was what I should have told you, broadly speaking, if the U.S. dollar gets weaker, it attracts foreign investors into the U.S. stock market. Why? Because if the US dollar is cheaper, then shares become cheaper. That means they could buy more with their currency. You understand? So a lower US dollar actually invites more buying from foreign nationals of the US stock market. It keeps the market higher. Okay. So the US dollar going down is not necessarily bad for the stock market, assuming there's not a recession in foreign countries. And right now that we're getting out of one. So a lower US dollar, in addition to all those things that I wrote for you, Jeff, like shipping stocks, like commodities and all that, it also makes it easier for foreign nationals to buy US stocks. Okay. So it actually helps the bull rally we're seeing. So a weaker US dollar is actually not that bad for stocks. Okay. It's not that great for the economy, but it's not that bad for stocks because it causes foreigners to keep the market up. And that's one of the reasons the market is higher. Does that make sense, Jeff? Does that answer some more of your question that you were asking? If not, I apologize. If it is, it's great. But I was thinking about you when I was going to talk about it. I mean, you know what? Jeff asked me a similar question. Might as well give him an answer today. So hopefully I gave you some more information. Okay. Here's the link for the VI. It does suck when you converting money to other current. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does. It does. It sure does, Don. Here's the link for the VIP room. If you're just getting in here, here's the agenda. When is the best time to initiate income strategies versus directional strategies? What's the best risk parameters for income strategies? Why not all support and resistance is equal? Visual backtesting. Why implied volatility makes the biggest difference to your risk to reward? Why liquidity plays a major role in income strategies versus directional strategies, and finding some credit spreads and iron condors. You're welcome, Jeff. You're welcome. How helps deadening yes, Michael, yes, indirectly it does, indirectly. But I wanted you guys to know that the US dollar going down is actually not that bad for because and you can also come to the same conclusion backwards, because think about this. If the US dollar goes down, commodities become more because it takes more money to buy commodities, right? Well, it takes less money to buy US stocks. So it's just the opposite end of that equation. Okay, bond market. What's the bond market doing? Bond market's going down. Remember, I told you that I doubt it's going to be able to break above all this. There's just too much stuff here. And looks to me like we're breaking down. And I also told you I got to I got to clean all this up. Hold on, uh, let me just clean all this up here. Why is it doing that here? Actions, reset. There we go. And let me go a little further here. Let me just draw a little trend line. See right here? Whoops. Couldn't get up to this level right here. And now it's coming down. Now, the bond market coming down back to this level is not good. Why? Well, we haven't been at this level that we're at right now. Look at this. We haven't been at that level in about 2 weeks. Yes, in about 2 weeks. So we're approaching a level. We're coming down, and we're in this gap right now. Now, the next level here, just so you know, is right here. If we break this level, the next level is right here. Okay, so we're this is not great for the market, and we couldn't even get to this line right here. We backed away right at the VWAP. This is the the quad witching VWAP right here, and we couldn't break that. We couldn't go further. We have one, two, three, four resistance areas there. Okay, thanks, Naples fan. Okay. Hey, Carlos, Carlos Conti and Carlos Fuentes. Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And Bob, thank you for doing God's work. So be careful. We're cooling off. This is not good for technology stocks, right? But at the same time, I will say this: I'm not seeing aggressive selling pressure here. So as long as we stay in this area, we're okay. But I don't like this trajectory. I don't like this trajectory right here. Here, okay. I don't like this trajectory right here at all. Gold. Gold is coming right back into the base. As I mentioned to you yesterday, if you are holding gold, if you're coming from here and you're holding gold, you don't need to do anything. If you're just coming in, it was okay to nibble on gold right here. And with the liquidation right here, don't do anything right now. You don't need to sell it. We have a lot of support here, a lot of support here, like a lot. Okay. I'm not seeing any major breakdowns or anything like that. We have a lot of uncertainty in the market. So again, if you got in right here, that's okay. There's no reason to sell right now. We have a lot of support here. I wouldn't be liquidating unless we have a major breakdown. I want to see a big bar. We haven't had any of that. There's just nothing going on right now. We're in a hurry up and wait mode. Okay. Crude oil. Crude oil is doing absolutely nothing. We're in a hurry up and wait mode. I believe, and I can't prove this, but I believe one of the biggest reasons why gold and crude oil are not doing anything is because they're waiting for the August 1st deadline. No, I'm not going to get into any political discussions. I'm so over it. I can't even begin to tell you. Um, to be honest with you, this whole thing with what's his name? What's that pedophile? I forgot his name. Epstein, whatever his. I don't even read that stuff. If it doesn't impact the market, I don't. It has no. I mean, it has to directly impact the market. Otherwise, I just don't care about it. And I'm at the point where I'm not even listening to the tariff talks anymore. Because to me, it's just they've been appraised by the market. The market doesn't seem to be Epstein. Yeah, the market doesn't seem to be um, driven by any of it. Okay, so again, don't care, don't read, don't want to know about it. It's just a bunch of noise. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is consolidating here, but Bitcoin is not breaking down. And this is a pretty big move to be able to accept this consolidation. If Bitcoin goes above 94.60, I think we're going to see another breakdown again. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know what that's all about. Like, just let's move on, right? Let's move on. China is doing fantastic. It's holding on. It's holding on really, really well. I do believe at some point China's going to come back down to here, but so far it's looking good. And this is actually helping a lot of the Chinese stocks in the USA. Okay. So that's very, very positive. All right. So we have some unforeseeability today in the market. We have a lot of blue chips coming off, and we have a strong tech. I don't like this, and we're going to have a deal breaker, a tiebreaker coming out in a few minutes, which is called the jobless reports. Now, you guys remember? Let's look at what the expectations are. Now, this no, the number has been near the low 200,000s now for as far as I can remember. One time, I believe it was during COVID or maybe right after COVID, it went to about 275 and then it backed away really fast. We have not seen any evidence of increased jobless claims. We have not. As soon as we see them, I'll be the first person to tell you. But unless this number goes above 275,000 and stays there for the foreseeable future, I don't want you to take the Fed's. The job market is on the precipitous of. It's nonsense. Jobless claims are not going any higher. As soon as they go higher, we're going to be the first people to tell you. But I'm not seeing it as of right now. What I am seeing right now is the bond market coming down a little bit. Okay, let's see what the stock market's doing. Just very choppy, not really doing much. See how but you got to admit, we're going to have a lot of liquidity with the stock market being right here. By the way, expect another test of the 8-day EMA. We're getting a little far away, just like we saw right here. But so far, so good. Let's just see what the number is. Let's see if it impacts anything. If you guys have 217, that's nothing. Okay, so who was the Fed that says that jobless claims are on the precipitous of going higher? They're not. They're not. This is a real low number. This is a really good number for the market. Well, but what this is telling us that interest rates are not going to go lower. Okay. And bonds are doing nothing. When I say nothing, look at this, guys. Nothing. Nothing. No reaction. No reaction. Okay. No reaction. I mean, if you want to call this a reaction. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, rate this will not cause rates to go lower. This is one of those reports where good news is bad news because it means rates are going to stay where they're at. So you see how we're filling in this gap that I just talked about a little bit? That's not great for the market. Okay. But again, it's not great for the market, but it's good for the economy. So it's one of those things. So this is telling us that interest rates are not going lower. Yield, this is increasing yield. As this goes down, interest rates goes up. They're completely inverse. So bonds going down is directly increasing yield in real time right now. This is a fantastic report. The Fed would have to be completely political to say that this is not. We're not going to 275. Do you see this being 275? Do you see this number being higher than the 4-week average? Where's the beef? Where is the beef, I tell you? All right. Now, there was another report that was supposed to come out. That's not coming out till 9:45. And then we have new home sales. And home sales have been fairly on par. They've been okay. They've been okay. Yeah, the bond markets, this is a really good report for the stock market because, I mean, for the economy, but not for the bond market. Anybody who thought that interest rates were going to go lower, they're not. And if Trump says blah, 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 all they're going to have to say is, well, look, buddy, we're not seeing why. Give us a reason for raising rates. Economy's humming. Why? So just FYI. All right. Just FYI. I didn't say TLT puts are good. That's a whole different conversation. But I'm telling you right now, remember I was just showing you this graph and I was drawing this level? First level is at 85.42. Let's see where we're at right now. It's great when I could do this live with you guys because, we could do it together. So what was that first level? 85. We're now at 85.60. That first level is at 85.40, 46, 47 around here. 44 right around here. So we're almost there. Let's see what the stock market's doing. Let's see what SMH is doing. Nothing. Let's see what the Dow's doing. Going down a little bit. Let's see what SPY's doing. Going down a little bit. QQQ going down. Do you see that 8-day EMA right here? See how we hit it twice? If you think we're just going to go up and not hit it again, I've got something to sell you. I got a piece of ice to sell you in Alaska, okay? So be careful. Be careful. This can come right back down here, clip this, make it look like we're coming down, and then just consolidate here. All right, let's continue. So bond market's coming down, not great for the stock market. It's going to put a little pressure on the stock market. And the Dow's down already about 240 points, okay? Let me see something here. Yeah. Yeah, blue tech is cooling off here. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's break everything down. Alphabet rose 3% pre-open because of earnings. Aiding sentiment reports that European Union and the U.S. are making headway. Fantastic. Bloomberg reported the U.S. and South Korea are discussing creating a fund to invest in America. That's fantastic. I'll see it when I believe it, but that's fantastic. We're going to answer that question, Jeff, when we get to it. I don't know yet. I have to take a look. I have to look at everything. I have to put everything in the meat cooker, in the meat grinder. You know, when I say I analyze all this in real time, I really am realizing all this. I mean, I'm really analyzing all this in real time. Lamb Weston, remember I told you yesterday, consumer staples, watch blue chips. Blue chips are starting to be bought up. Baker Hughes. This is why we watch catalysts, look at this. None of these catalysts were tech yesterday. GV, Baker Hughes, LW. Remember I said we're going to see a little rotation into technology, out of technology and into blue chips? We did. Texas Instrument plunged yesterday. Remember I said we're going to see a little sell-off? Only after SMH came back yesterday did we start seeing a market rally. While this here, look. Let me show you this. This is why it's so important to pay attention to this. This is yesterday morning. As soon as we stabilized right here and started going up, the entire market started rallying. When we were doing this yesterday because of TXM, look what was going on. Now look at QQQ. Roger, why do you look at catalysts? Look at Texas Instrument. Look at QQQ. So I'm explaining to you, they're all related. They're all related. They're very much related to each other. Okay. We got existing home sales fell to a 9-month low. That's not good at all. Today we have new home sales. We're now expecting a 3.2 versus 2.8. I want to make sure this continues rising because 3.2 ain't that great either, okay? And most not doing thumbs up. Most people, they just don't like me, Tom. People here don't like me. They don't want to give me a thumbs up. I don't know what to tell you. How about some thumbs up, folks? We got manufacturing that's going to be coming out today. New home sales that's going to be coming out today. Jobless claims already came out today. President Trump is going to visit the headquarters today. Why he's going to do that, I don't know. He's not I mean, whatever. Yes. Let's pretend that Jerome Powell is a thief because he doesn't want to lower rates. I mean, who would come up with something so insane? Futures are pricing in a 97% chance of a no rate change. Yes, that is for sure. We're getting a little tailwind from Europe, up 50.52. Upbeat report. Central bank stocks led the gains. Right? Telecom, healthcare, industrial. Do you guys see technology here anywhere? Bank stocks, telecom, healthcare, industrial, not technology. Not technology. This right here is very, very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. Let's continue. China ended higher today. Signs of improvement between U.S. relationship. Rare earth stocks, blue chips. Tourism stocks advanced, blue chips. This is all blue chips. This is not tech stocks. Japan closed higher, hit 1-year high. Trade deal unveiled late Tuesday by President Trump lowered the tariffs to 15%. Okay, great. Good. Movers and shakers. We got Alphabet. We got Tesla. Now, what did he spin today? I didn't even read his report. Slid more than 6%, about tough times ahead. Oh, yeah, you're going to have some tough times ahead, buddy. You're going to have several rough quarters. Chipotle plunged over 11%. This is going to impact restaurant stocks and other consumer stocks. ServiceNow is not a huge company, but it may impact networking stocks and things like that, enterprise software stocks. I mean, a little bit maybe. It's not going to hurt, okay? Let's just say that. 640 people here in 39 minutes. I love it. Bessent said last night that they would be announcing the nominee to replace Powell. That makes sense. Jeff. I wonder if it's going to be Hassett. Is Hassett still the number one, or is he number two now for the picks? All right, let's see what the market's been doing the last 5 minutes. TLT going down even further. Oh, yeah. We're almost at that support level, I think. Let's see. Yep. See that? And we're probably going to bounce off here. But if we break this level right here, we're not there yet, but we're almost there. If we break this level, the next level is right here. Not good for the stock market. He and Wash were neck. Yeah, I think they're neck to neck. But between you and I, Hassett is the bigger yes man, and I think Trump really wants a yes man in there because Hassett will not disagree with anything Trump says. All right, volatility is lower. Volatility is breaking down. Oh yeah, Las Vegas putting Warsh ahead. You never know. You never know. You never know. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But you could see right here, volatility is breaking down. And volatility breaking this level is very bullish for the overall market. And I mean, the truth is, folks, we're at all-time highs. I mean, you could you can argue and say this is leading, that's lagging, but we're literally making all-time highs almost every day. But so volatility is looking really, really good. Let's see where the money is right now. Is money in tech right now? Let's take a look. Home builders, retail, consumer discretionary, material, utilities, Russell 2000, mid-cap, industrial. Where's technology? Where's the beef? Remember I told you last week, I think that we're going to come off again and blue chips are going to start leading? Well, yes, because we remember RSP, equal weighted SPY, is going to go up. The regular market's going to cool off a little bit. It's a little overdone. Well, do you see technology leading right now? Semiconductors, technology, look a week ago. Semiconductors, technology, QQQ. Look right now. Do you remember I told you that we're going to have a sector rotation? Yes, it is, Tony. It is. Okay. Naples fan, it doesn't work that way. It's going to help you in the short term, but it's going to hurt you in the long run because it's going to increase inflation. And ultimately, you're going to be exactly where we started. What's the point of lowering rates half a basis points and then increasing them 2 quarters later? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Folks, also, again, I know there's more people here. I will be in the VIP room doing a very important session today that will actually make its way in the members area. And don't forget, if you want to answer your questions, go to Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. They will help you. They will help you. Setting up Pro Trader Dashboard, setting up Alpha Zone Pro. They're there for you. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I can't say that speculative stocks are not rallying right now, but they're not tech stocks. So you have consumer discretionary and retail rallying, which is really good, which is actually kind of speculative. But generally speaking, blue chips right now, not technology, not technology. Look, QQQ, technology, semiconductors. See that? So soft tech, not hard tech, meaning Amazon, things that have to do with fintech, those kind of stocks, not hard tech, not nerdy stocks. Okay, those stocks are not doing. 100 economists agree with you. I don't know about that, Naples fan. I could find 100 economists that disagree. Hey, but you know who disagrees with you, Naples fan? The Fed. They all do, George. They all do. Yeah. Yeah. All right. What about momentum? Well, guess what? We've got some momentum right now. 161 stocks are making 52-week highs. How long have we been waiting for this to happen? 126 stocks are making 20-week highs. 164 stocks are making 50-day highs. 333 stocks are making 90-day highs. Folks, we have directional momentum again. Do you realize this is the first time in maybe 2 months that we have direct? You know what? Let me. If you have a minute, let me try this. Okay, let's keep an eye on this number and let's see the last time it was at this number. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, 215, 126, 160, 257, 129, 73, 191, 106, 361. Thursday, July 10th, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Now let's see the last time this was over 100. Hold on. 94, 72, 94, 134. Okay. 73, 51, 103, 59, 120, 94. But today, 161. That's the highest it's been in a long time. So we do have momentum. We do have momentum, but we don't have to chip momentum. Okay. Right, let's take a look at all that stuff. Let's see where the money is. Let's see where the money's going. Let's see what sectors are leading. Let's see what's shaking and baking. By the way, the bond market is starting to firm up a little bit, right at 85.49. Where did I tell you that level was? Let's see. Look at that. Folks, am I good or what? It literally touched that level down to a tick. Look, down to a tick. Down to a tick. I gotta say, I'm pretty good at this if I say so myself. Just messing around. And the next level is 85. So we literally touched the bottom, literally touched the level. Literally touched our level. So I think we're going to stay here. I think we've made the low on the day. I don't think we're going to break down much further. Now let's look at stock market. Dow Jones looks like it's bottoming out here. You know what? I'm going to use this to give you my stock analysis because this is live and it's in real time, okay? So I think notice we're still choppy. The Dow broke out, made an all-time high yesterday, but now it's consolidating, okay? And it's inside yesterday's range. It's doubtful that we're going to see another up day after yesterday, especially in this type of market cycle. The odds are we're going to have an inside day. Your support is going to be the 8-day EMA, which is going to be at 445.54-ish area, maybe right here. All right. But I do like the fact that blue chips made highs yesterday. Blue chips. Okay. SPY. SPY made a swing high because of blue chips yesterday, but look at it right now. It's below the close. The close is right here, 634.16. I think that we're going to have an inside day. We did take out the high of yesterday, which is really impressive early this morning. I want to see that price action come back to that. Okay. Most important, I want price action to trade above yesterday's price, which is 634.15. If we continue going down like we're going down here, we're going to kiss the 15-day EMA. I don't think that's going to happen today, but there's a chance we may come down all the way up here and then just have an inside day, especially after making new highs yesterday. RSP, equal weighted SPY, because of blue chips, not because of technology, is making an all-time high and is still sticking around all-time highs. As long as this doesn't come back into this channel, let me revise this channel a little bit here. As long as we don't get back into this channel is going to act as a support for this bar. Right here, around 186.39. Okay. Okay. QQQ. We almost made an all-time high yesterday. I mean, this is yesterday. We're almost today making an all-time high, but we couldn't do it quite yet. The level you're going to want to watch is going to be 566. We want to go back to 566. We want to go above this level right here. That's an all-time high, which we made at night. Are we going to go all the way back down to the 8-day EMA today? I don't think so. I think we're going to make a low somewhere around here and just kind of have an inside day. I don't think we're going to have a major range day today because yesterday we made high. Notice yesterday in the QQQ, we did not make an all-time high. Look, in the SPY, we made an all-time high yesterday. In the QQQ, we did not. Why? Because of SMH. SMH is the wet blanket right now. SMH is pushing us down. Chip stocks are not strong right now. Hard tech is pushing us down. We're not going to see QQQ give us that tailwind, which we really want, until SMH comes off and makes a new high. Mega caps. Mega caps did make an all-time high this morning. We need to see if they start coming back. What are we going to be watching today extremely closely? We're going to be watching SMH and we're going to be watching MAGs and QQQ. Why aren't we going to be watching RSP? Because they're doing nothing. They're not being sold off right now. They're still near that all-time high area right now. So the question is going to be, will SMH and MAGs sink the ship today? Are you going to be watching megacaps and SMH for a bottoming all day today, like yesterday? Of course you are, because that's going to decide what's going to happen. So we have a pretty good degree of clarity. We have a pretty good degree of clarity from Dow, as you could see. It's just made a swing high and it's just sitting here. It's not really doing anything crazy, and it is near all-time highs. But look at SMH. 4 days ago, beginning of the week, we made all-time highs. Now, I know we're coming back. We got to stay above this 8-day EMA. If you see us coming to the 15-day EMA, all bets are off. I want us to bottom out this morning. I want us to bottom out in the morning, and then I want to see us going higher the rest of the day. The big question today is going to be on the SMH. You don't need to get out of S&P this morning, Joe. You need to watch MAGs for a bottoming pattern. And most importantly, you got to watch SMH. If SMH bottomed out right here, you don't need to get out of your SPY position. Okay? SPY has a lot of blue chips. All you need to worry about SPY coming back to 634 and going higher. I wouldn't be liquidating SPY right now. We may just hover around here for a while. Okay? I think what you need to be doing is watching SMH very closely today. Okay? I think we're going to have to watch SMH because we seem to be doing okay on the equal weighted stuff. And this morning, the S&P is actually positive. So again, we're going to keep an eye. We're going to keep an eye on on SMH. Okay, the Dow is not really all that bad right now, as you saw. So supports. Let's look at levels of supports. Here, let me just use TC2000. It's just so much faster. The support on RSP is 186.39. The support on SMH is today's low, which is at right here, about 287. QQQ, what I'm hoping for is that the market already made its low. I think the market might have made its high, and I think the market might have made its low. But if we break 264, ultimately the support is somewhere right here, about 262, and the next level is 261.40, the 8-day EMA. Do I think we're going to hit the 8-day EMA today? Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe tomorrow, not today. But again, it depends on the data. But again, we're starting to deviate a little too much from the 8-day EMA. So we're getting a little topsy. SMH is going to be the big question today. Okay. The SPY, think we're going to just continue making higher highs, maybe some support around this area right here, 631, or this is the low, one way or the other. Keep your eye on volatility today and keep your eye on the bond market. Bond market doesn't seem like it wants to go down anymore, but the trajectory is lower. If bond market goes lower, it's going to push pressure on technology. Okay. There you go. All right. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at. I'll do it using TC2000. I mean, it's just faster. I'll do it via TC2000. Lower, breaking down. I don't care what intraday's doing right now. I'm only looking at daily chart. So this means nothing to me. Matter of fact, I'm going to just expand this here. BRBR. Notice American flag is above us. RLI. Notice American flag above us, coming down nicely here. CB coming down. Chewy. My dogs have something to say about this. The profit target here would be the 200-day moving average. We don't want to be aggressively short this stock till we're below the 200. Just giving you heads up. It may go from here to the 200. Cost Costco's below the 200-day moving average, folks. That's not a good look for the market. And I don't like how it's looking right now. This may be a good candidate for a bull put, a bear call spread. Stay tuned today in the market. I already gave small caps, Gustavo. I already gave them this morning. Folks, can you post for Gustavo the small caps? Thank you, folks. Let's continue. NUTX. Also, 200-day would be your profit target. I would be careful with these stocks, and I'm really not that bearish right now. It was not easy for me to find these stocks, okay? There's a lot of market cap moving into the market right now. I mean, we are at all-time highs. Let's talk about longs. I'm not screening for earnings here, okay? I really like how Meta is looking right now. A lot. Earnings coming up, but I love how it's looking right now. I like Palantir. I usually don't give you stocks that were long in the pit, but I like Palantir. The reason I gave you this stock is because there was a learning lesson here with a potential stop out. So I wanted to make a demonstration out of it. But so far, so good. And it's now back to where it closed yesterday above our entry. So we're still bullish on Palantir. Let's see how it's looking this morning. Yeah, it's looking okay. So it bottomed out about 60, 160, 153.48. So as long as it stays in this trend, it looks okay. Again, I usually don't do this, but I decided to be a softie because it was just a perfect example of when not to stop out of a stock. Richard and I had our stop loss levels within 10 cents of each other, which I thought was kind of interesting. Citibank, a little too deviated, just a little too deviated. And there's other bank stocks you may want to look at. CCL is looking really nice. I would buy it off the 8-day. I would probably wait. ASTS, this is one of our stocks from last week in the pit. You may or may not remember it. Kind of did exactly what Palantir did right here and then went up higher. Looks like it could be a play again. Thanks for posting that, Bob and Sean. I appreciate that. ANET, again, a little overdone, but not too much. It's got a nice consolidation here. As long as it's not 1.5 ATR above the 8-day EMA, it's not overextended, just FYI. Boeing looks good here. I like this consolidation. Not an easy stock to trade, and either is Caterpillar, by the way. JCI, just nicely grinding here. I would buy this off the 8-day EMA. Actually, I would buy this off the 15-day EMA. See, visual back testing. Yeah, Kirk, Palantir is well, we'll see after we close it, but yeah, it's a very good example of mind traps. Good point, Kirk. Upstart. I really like this stock a lot. Richard, take a look at this stock. Oh, I already told Richard last night to look at this stock. Richard and I email each other so all the time. So CFG. That's another remember I mentioned another bank stock? Here's another bank stock. This one actually doesn't look as overextended as Citibank. Okay, and Norwegian is in the same boat as CCL, but I like CCL pattern better. It's a little smoother. Okay. All right, folks, let me give you the link. Last time for the VIP room. I'm glad we didn't have any arguments here. I'm glad we just, your alert is set on it. Good. Good man. Good man. VIP room. I'll be talking today. What's the best time to initiate income strategies versus directional strategies? I'm probably going to talk about Costco today, and I may even give you a trade on Costco if you behave yourself. What's the best risk parameter for income strategies? Why not all support and resistance is equal? Why implied volatility makes a huge difference in what you pay for your options? Why liquidity plays a major role in income strategies versus directional strategies? And we're going to look for some credit spreads and give you some red meat. LIDR. Hold on. LIDR. A little too much too fast. I wouldn't say no to this stock, but I would need this stock to break above 431. Okay. Can I look at RY Bank? Yes. RY Bank looks like it's what I would want to see right now is I would want to start seeing a turnaround pattern. And once it goes back above the 8-day, I'd probably buy it because it looks like it's bottoming out here. Okay. But if it starts breaking lower, you don't want it. You want to buy it when it starts doing this, coming back up. So you'd want to buy it if it goes above 133 today with gusto. I don't know, Jeff. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so. But that's just something that came up on my radar this morning. So, and also, Meta came up on my radar this morning. Let's take a look. Costco, let's see. I don't think going short Costco yesterday was a bad idea, Jeff. No, not a bad idea at all. No, no. All right, guys. So you have my VIP room agenda. Here is customer service live. Hopefully, I didn't offend anybody. Hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Uh, hopefully, everything was kosher. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'll love you. I'll see you soon and have a fantastic day today. Bye, everybody. Folks, be careful. We're going to have some Fed data today. We don't know what the market's going to do. It looks like it's bottoming out right now. If the market bottoms out and comes back to this level, we may hit an all-time high again today. My biggest concern is SMH right now, which is actually up on the day, and QQQ and the Dow. Now, the Dow is down today quite a bit. It's down over 300 points. Uh, the next support on the Dow is 445.54. 445.54. Right around 440, 445.54. You have a good support area here. We may just come down on the Dow, bounce off of this level, and start coming back up. But the thing is this, you still have a lot of liquidity when the SPY is at all-time highs, and US dollar is not strong. So we may see more upside today. All right. Love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Have a great day, everybody. Hopefully I was behaving myself today. Bye, everyone. And remember, Clyde may make a show today. And remember, we're in a bull phase right now. So be careful for those shorts.